There, boys and girls and children of all ages, Fat Bastard Wannabe Buddha coming at you tonight. This is the multitude of time I have forgotten. I think I've done this about 3 or 4 different times, working with all different settings. I switched it down to direct 9 input. I was doing direct capture 11 and 10. So I'm doing it in 9. So the graphic quality is not as great as it should be. But for some reason, my recording software is not recording at the higher settings. It's just completely making the whole screens pitch black. And I finally figured out hopefully how to fix my audio sync issues. So I'm going to do basically a quick 30 turns or 35 turns. I'm going to do a GL rush. Um, that's a great library rush in the single player. Let's set up the game real quick. I'm using a random leader, random map type, standard 8. I'm doing level 4. Truthfully, I normally play around King or Emperor. I have beaten the game up to a deity, but only while doing a military Zerg rush. The only time I've ever, besides a military victory, I've beat Immortal with one science victory and a couple of diplomatic victories. But the only time I can't really play above Emperor consistently and win. But just for this playthrough, I'm just going to use Prince just to show it off. Mainly, I'm showing this off for my little brother and see what he thinks of it. See what his older brother actually loves doing more than anything, which is playing Civ. Let's go into the advanced setups. I've turned on everything, every type of victory type except time. I really hate time victories. I like really long, protracted games and immersion into this game for hours and hours on end. The game options, I allow policy savings, allow promotion savings. I got barbarians turned off because I've been trying to play on Immortal, and even though I build enough archers earlier and everything, I normally my economy gets wrecked really early at the higher levels with the just trying to defend myself from the barbarians, so I can never really progress. So I've turned the barbarians off, and I decided to leave it off on this one, just to just so I can walk around the globe, walk around more freely, and just show off all the little details. Quick combat and quick movement I have left on because my processor I don't think can really chug at their proper speeds. And let's hit start games. Let's go into civilizations. Go back. Let's start off the civilizations. You got Morocco, you got Greece, Assyria, Songhai, the Huns, Rome, Germany, the Celts, Poland, Russia, Persia, Carthage, England, Venice, Indonesia, India, Mongolia, Sweden, Ethiopia, Denmark, Arabia, the Iroquois, Spain, Polynesia, Portugal, Austria, Aztecs, France, Babylonia, Japan, the Mayan, the Inca, the Brazil, Shoshone, Egypt, Siam, Korea, the Zulus, the Ottomans, the Byzantine, America, the Netherlands, and China. Um, each one of these civilization has their own little bennies that come with them. Take China. They have the benefit the great general combat bonus is increased by 15%, and their spawn rate is increased by 50%. They have the Shokunu, which is a great little archer that fires twice. They have a paper maker, which is a really neat little thing. It produces money for you. Each one of these have different, normally some kind of military unit and some kind of building. Not all the ways, but normally, like you take, the Ottomans. They have the Janissary and also the Sifar, both of which are military units, which ain't buildings, but depends which one you get. So I've pretty much beaten it with every single player except maybe Dido, but I'm not positive on that's Carthage's leader. Um, but I'm gonna play random. I normally almost always play random, and I normally play random map, and I normally play around King and standard. You can increase it up to huge and large, which I like to do, but I stress test my graphics card, and it's just not able to do it. Not in recording. But anyway, set up game. Let's start the game and see who we get.
All hail,
Theodora,
most magnificent
Byzantine
and
Empire.
magnanimous Empress Theodora, beloved of Anium and Rome. From the lowly ranks of actress
Istanbul was
and
once
courtesan
Constantinople.
named the most
Istanbul was once
powerful woman in the
Constantinople.
Roman
Istanbul.
Empire, consort to
They may
Justinian
be
I.
giants.
Starting in the late 520s
You get a
AD,
little
you joined your husband in a
lancer,
series of
and you
important
get a
spiritual and
shippy.
legal reforms,
Choose one more
creating
belief
many
than normal
laws
when you
which
found a
elevated the
religion.
status
So
of
you
and
definitely
promoted
want to play a
equal
religious
treatment of
game
women
when you
in the
get
empire.
the Byzantine
You also
Empire.
aided in the restoration and construction of many aqueducts,
Anyway,
bridges, and churches.
everybody knows who Byzantines are. Okay, we got pearls, we got some wheat, we got some marble, we got some bananas. Seems like we got a coastal start. Hi, thank you. I don't really need that. Up here, we are on turn 0. We're 4000 BC. This is your help menu. Here's your regular menu, which sends you back to this screen, which you can do quick save your games, restart, return the game. This is your additional information, your demographics, diplomacy, economic, espionage. You have military notification, religious overview, your tech tree, your trade routes, victory progress, and World Congress, which is basically your UN that's been added to the game since Brave New World. Your social policies. Thank you very much. Sorry, I still got the visors turned on. These are all your social policies, which offers you benefits to your empire, and you get to choose these based on your culture output. I personally play tradition and liberty, because I prefer small and tall. What that normally means is I like 3 or less than 3 to 4 cities, but I want them really high populations. Some people play with there's something called infinite expansion model, IFC. But I prefer small and tall. And I normally, depends how the game's going. In this, I would probably end up going in piety just because I draw Constantinople or the Byzantine Empire. I would go into piety because faith really boosts her play greatly. And then you got patronage. Um, it depends who I'm playing, is whether I go patronage or piety or what's surrounding me. But I normally grab tradition, grab the first 2 things in tradition, then play it into liberty, and either go republic or citizenship. Depends on whether or not I get an early worker out, and then build on this until I get up into the later eras, into the classical period, and then I worry about patronage and aesthetics. And then I never go into commerce or exploration unless I'm just dumping social policies. But thanks to new ideology, I'm not having the need to dump social policies. So I normally definitely, since I'm playing at the higher difficulties, you absolutely have to take rationalism, because you're behind the 8 ball and you're always trying to catch up, and all the other AIs are out teching you so bad. So you almost rationalism is a must-have. Anyway, I never take honor. I never take commerce unless I'm doing something stupid or goofing off. Let's see. No much production. Not much production at all. Really, really sparse in the production. I will be lucky to hit a GL within 33 turns. There's just not much production on this. So, but let's hit this and let's found our city. Constantinople was found. It opens up 2 little icons. You can choose your production. Thank you. I always go out with a scout first, and then I either go monument or a shrine. I'm gonna go in the scout. Then I'm going in here, go into city management, and lock this into, yep, that's a good choice. And then switch it over to production focus. That way, when the new citizen is born, it will fill up one of these things. It will automatically go to the next biggest population production one, which would only be these 2 that are optional. And then you come in here and you move it over into one of these things. Anyway, let's go back out of there. Choose research. Here's your technology tree.
Excuse
And
me.
I'll be quiet. Sorry I got the visors on, people. I'm very sorry about that. Should turn that off. These are all the texts that you can research, and it goes all the way into future text way over here, and your stealth and your nanotech and nuclear fissions, particle physics, globalization, the internet, telecommunication, mobile tactics, advanced ballistics, satellites, robotics, lasers, all the way into the super duper modern era. But you start way back here. You start out with agriculture. On the higher levels, the other AI start out with several of these little techs already given to them. But at the level we're playing, everybody starts on the same level. What I'm going to do is what is called a GL rush, where you rush right into writing. That gets you the Great Library. You pop the Great Library, and then you basically slingshot yourself into the classical era. And in the classical era, according to how your game is being played, sometimes you go down here, grab mining, and you grab your bronze work so that you can slingshot into ironwork. And if you're playing a very aggressive and have swordsmen really early in the game and basically roll over your neighbors, or you go up here and if you're playing a culture game, you grab the Parthenon so you can start working on your tourism before everybody else. Or sometimes you go up here and you grab an oracle. You get ahead in the social policies. According to what kind of game you're playing. So I don't know what I'm going to play yet, but I'm just trying to do a GL rush to show this off and showcase the game for my friend. And close this out. The unit needs orders. And I normally do a little band search to work out to see what I'm working with. So I got a little jungle tile up here, which means it's hard for this warrior to move through this. So he's not going to get much traffic. I won't get to see much of anything. Up here at the top, I'm producing 4 science, 3 gold, no trade routes, 5 happiness, and 5 towards golden age, and 1 culture per turn. I'm 15 turns away from my next cultural policy. The science right here, I'm producing 4 science, and as you see, like pottery takes 27 science. That's why it's going to take 6 turns in order to get there. So, 6 times 4 is around 24. That's pretty close to get to the pottery. So that's how that works out. And gold is gold, and happiness, you need happiness. You definitely need, that's why you need these luxury resources like marble and pearls and stuff like that. And bananas, that increases my food production. Go up here. Yay! I got discovered a ruin or a little goodie hut. Those things right there. They give you little benefits, and a lot of people turn them off, but I love them. Cheer me up. Gives me something to do at the early game. Hit next turn. But it won't be a good, watch it be the map. Watch it be the map, which is the absolutely worst one that you can get. Nope, I received gold, which isn't that bad. Gives me 79 gold. That means I can buy an early settler later on. A quick Pantheon. Thank you. We got a Pantheon by turn 4. That normally means the Celts are in this game because they're probably surrounded by forests and they're the ones that can grab a quick Pantheon. If you look up here, now it takes 9 faith to get to the first Pantheons. Choose production. Actually, I'm gonna grab a worker, 9-turn worker. Actually, I'm gonna plow 3 turns into the worker, and then I'm gonna grab the shrine, and then I'm gonna build the shrine, and then see where I stand. Okay, because it does remember how much production that you have placed into the turn itself. I'm going to go to the right with my scout. Go up north. Oh, a new resource right here. There's some silk up this way. And you can see the edge of a border, and it's sort of red. I don't know. That might be Japan, might be Siam. Thing. Constantinople is grown. You go in here. You notice it did go right over here to this one, which is okay, but I want growth, which is right there. That gives me 2+2 food. Hit that turn. Unit needs orders. Go. Oh, Mount Kilimanjaro. That is a really good wonder to have, especially if you're very militaristic, because free promotion to adjacent units, altitude training. Really nice. Right over here in this area. Might be a nice place to expand into. Let's go over there and see what... Ah, ruins discovered down here. Right beside Mount Kilimanjaro. And you got citrus. That gives me a new luxury resources. But it might not be that bad to expand over here. And that way it is a mountain. So I can put an observatory here in Machu Picchu. That might not be that bad. Let's go over here and see who this is up here this way. There's some gold up there. Hit next turn. Let's see who this is. Indonesia. I'm at Indonesia. Nice to meet you, Indonesia. Goodbye. Let's see what the little goody hut offers me. Hey, I got some culture, which is pretty good. Now you can see I'm 1915, which means I get a policy turn. This turn right here. Ooh, I met England.
We are pleased.
Didn't have to go that far before I met my next door neighbors. Goodbye. You came over this way.
Shall declare.
Let's go over this way. Let's go this way. Hanoi. Hey, she didn't meet Hanoi yet. That's really cool. Right there. My policy, I'm going in tradition, as I mentioned earlier. Hit yes. Close this down. A unit needs orders. Go over here. See what's here. Mount Kilimanjaro might be a good... There's some spices up this area. That might be a good place to pop my second city. There's marble over here. That should pop in my borders. I'm going to start sending this one back around this way and see what I got to work with. Oh, I forgot. I want to pop this thing, change production, hit it on shrine, return. Oopsie, I forgot about that. Go over here. There's some more silk and there's some sugar. Some good resources over in this area. Here, getting the sugar. Here. There's some more ruins over this area. This is mainly what the earlier game is. You basically exploring out there, seeing what's out here, how you wish to expand, going to meet your neighbors. Hi, Dido. And Antwerp blows right here. There's Antwerp right there. I got 138 gold. They got cotton. Let's see what over in this area. As you can see, my archers are now my scouts are archers. Really good upgrade for them. England is protecting Hanoi. Thank you. I may adopt my second policy tradition. I'm going to take aristocracy, which will help build in the Great Library. Old Faithful. I found Old Faithful. That's pretty good. That's a really good wonder. And really good wonder. I might want to be going this way in my expansion, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to run into... Let's go down this way. See what's in this area. At the higher levels, there's another little goody hut. At the higher levels, I always recommend maybe popping out a couple of scouts early on, so you might be able to get the World Congress located at your place. Thank you very much. I have one faith. Choose production. Let's go back into my warrior. I'm not my warrior, I mean my worker, my 4-turn worker. I'm 1 turn away on that. I did not get my... I really don't have much production things I can really get here. So I'm going to just plow 1 turn more into this worker. And before I switch over to the Great Library. Let's go over here. Maloko. They're a mercantile. I haven't pointed this out. Each one of these things, they have a trait. They're mercantile, which means they produce food, happiness and food. And they're neutral. That means their rate of support for you is low and normal, and their resources is both jewelry and gold. So you want to try to ally with some of these things. Depends on the resources and their benefits they have. There is so much to point out. Actually, over in this area, writing. Let's go back over here into Constantinople. Change my production. Great library, 18 turns. Whoa, that is pretty atrocious. At the higher levels, there's absolutely no way you can get it. We're on turn 14, and that's 20 more turns. That's big. That's going to push us over turn 30. We need better production. There isn't the production here to actually do a great library rush on the lower levels. Most likely, I will still get it because the AI might not beeline for it at the lower levels, but at the higher levels, they most certainly do. I have no reason to grab mining because there's nothing out here I can do. Might be a good idea to grab the marble, so this, stone hooks. I could grab the pearls, grab the sailing, get a fishing boat out here. Open my technology. I'm gonna grab calendar, and then I grab sailing. Unit needs orders. Let's go over here and grab these ruins. Grab up here. Here in the unit. Go up the area. That looks like Rome. Is that Rome? Oh, or is that Dido? That's Dido's Carthage. Yep, that's Carthage. Oh, they got salt, which is one of the best resources in the game. You get 2 food, a production hammer, and gold. I love seeing salt. Truly drawn map. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. It does. Hit next turn. I can see the ruins right here. And, yeah. 17 turns. Shiny people. I'm ranked 3. I got 161 gold. There's a coastline over here. Let's go up this way and see what we got. Pantheon founded. That pushes the faith. Close. That pushes the faith up to 12. I'm only producing. There's some wells over here. There's some incense. Not that bad. Go over here. Can I purchase? A worker's at 220. Nah, there's not much I can do. 14 more turns on my great library. That's the end of that. That looks pretty much like. Let's go over this way. Oh, 13 culture. These ruins over here were explored over in this area right here, and they gave me 13 culture, which is pretty good. That means I get to pop another. May adopt the policy. What I'm going to do is go into Liberty. Hit yes. I've already built so much into the worker, so I won't grab citizenship until I get a couple need it. I'll probably go into Republic, and then I will be in a holding pattern about whether or not I want to grab the National College. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I do pop philosophy, I might build the National College before I pop another city. So, and that way I can get a good boost on my technology. Let's go down in this area. Let's go up here. Oh, up here. What we got? Got some wells. Calendar popped up. Use my research. Let's take sailing. Unit needs orders. Go over here. Up here's the tundra area. Next turn. I got 30 gold. 196. I might could buy something. That's why you want to do a lot of, maybe get some early scouts out, especially at the higher levels, so you can meet and greet everybody, grab a lot of this early gold, get a lot of the little goody huts up. Got marble up here. Let's come back down. Let's go over here. Over here. You take Bratislava, I'm butchering the name. You go into this street, they're neutral with us. They're cultured, which I really like. That they give you gifts of culture. They're friendly towards us, and friendly in as far as they're easy to keep as a friend, and they offer silver. So what you want to do is you go over here and you just pledge protect, hit close. That way, if anybody attacks them, you are responsible, maybe intervening on their behalf. Close, thank you. I can choose a pantheon. I got a lot of jungle tile here. It would be really great to get the jungle one. Ancestry worship, dance of reward, desert folklore. Pasture one's really nice. Yep, Sacred Path. +1 on culture jungle tiles. Yep, that's what I'm going to get. Now you can see this little culture icon popped up on all these little jungle tiles. So it increases my culture output. And also, because if you play a really science game, you don't really develop these things. You don't cut them down or anything else. You just keep them out there, and it increases your science output too later on. So it isn't that bad of a start for us, even though we're on a very flat land. If we go over in this area, we got salt. Truthfully, I don't know where to expand into. You know, I truthfully don't. On this one, I might pop the second city over in this area in order to get Kilimanjaro over here, get some citrus. And then maybe over in this area for the salt. You know, and you'll be right beside a mountain. That way you can get, you know, observatory and play a science game. But I don't know. Okay. As you can see, Carthage has already popped her second city right over here. We're on turn 24, and I have not popped my second one. This isn't that bad of an area. Look at the production in this area. That is really nice production. Uh-oh. Mongolia. Really don't have to have them near you because they are always hyper-aggressive. That means this expansion is less possible because you'll be expanding right into them, and they won't take too kindly to that.
He who
Failing. I got 200 gold. We can go in here and we can purchase. Actually, we could purchase an early little shippy and maybe go explore the world. Workers at 220, cargo ship. I'm gonna produce a workboat and go put it on this. Choose research. Let's get some archery. Let's go down here some more. Hey, Mongolia. Nice to meet you, Genghis. Always liked you. We're at turn 28. This is way too late for a GL rush at the higher levels. If you get a lot, if you had this kind of production, this right here, if we were over in this area as far as our start, we would have got maybe a level 25 or 26 GL Great Library. This would have been a great area for a great amount of production in this area. But just we got a lot of flat area, so this is a terrible place to start off. Won't be that bad for maybe science once you pop a couple cities out here and you get all the little culture and science from the little jungle tiles. But You're gonna have to deal. You're gonna have to eventually deal something with Indonesia, because I guarantee they're coming down this way, and Mongolia will probably expand into you. But let's go back to our little capital city right here. You can always just click on the map if you want to go anywhere. Like if you want to go over here, just click on here. You can see Carthage. If you want to go over here, just click here. And Botswana, Bratislava. Just click right here, Constantinople. We're 4 turns away, which is going to be a turn 32. Great Library. We will get it most likely. Put this out here. Next turn. Go right here. Let's send this back over in this area. Hit next turn. Thank you. Yep, there's Great Britain. You know, let's go into our diplomacy. Hey,
Hello.
trade. How about accept
Go on.
embassy? Back. They don't. You can go in this. I can give them embassy because I got writing. That means they don't have writing yet, so they can't accept my embassy. Goodbye. Let's see, Dido. Let's trade. They have some incense and accept an embassy. They've already hooked up their resources. Goodbye. Let's see, Indonesia. Trade. They have silk already hooked up. And let's do a straight trade for embassies. Propose? Yep. Yay. Thank you. See, now they show up on the map nice and clean. You can see Jakarta. Let's see Genghis Khan. Let's trade. They have already into writing too, which means they went north on their tech traf. Hit propose. Thank you very much. Goodbye. You can see Karakolkum. I cannot properly say that, so please forgive. But if you go into your tech thing, open this up. The Indonesia and both Mongolia went up to writing, so they went this way on the tech ladder. Why Britain and Carthage either went down the middle line, or they went down low. Going down low means they're more militaristic because they're working towards ironworking down in this area. So it's a good way to gather tech, really, or you know, an idea of how your opponent's teched by seeing who can give you an embassy at what point. Hit next turn. I got my little fishing boat. See it right there? Here's my little fishing boat. And now I got my pearls hooked up. And you can see my happiness went up because I got pearls now. And if you go into the diplomacy, let's go to England.
Hello
Let's do
again.
trade. See now, pearls, it shows up. Goodbye. A lot of people at the higher levels, you just you sell off your embassies. You know, what do you want for this? 25 plus 1 gold. That's a whole bunch. Refused. Just hit next turn. Let's back out a little bit. Go over the area. Next turn. Another pantheon was founded. Archery was. May adopt the policy. I normally take citizenship, but I'm going to go ahead and take Republic. I already got 3 turns into a worker. So I'm going to take Republic. Hit close. Choose research. Take animal husbandry. And I'm 1 turn away from the Great Library. Our production's at 8. 1 food. Hit return. Unit needs orders. Go down here. Genoa, 30 gold. One of the things about you might want to get early scouts out so you can pick up all this early gold, as I mentioned earlier. Let's send the warrior back towards Constantinople. Next turn. And let's send this down this area, over this area.
We have no combat units defending our territory.
There's a great library right there. World's most fed persons. I'm dead last. I am lagging on everything in this game. That's why that... Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am lagging on everything because this is a very bad starting position. It's a lot of flat land. It just really poor area to start in for Constantinople. Yeah, you could probably make it work even at this low level. Here's my free, choose my free tech. Let's open up the technology tree. You can do an oracle, or you can do, in this case, I probably might do an oracle so I can get ahead on some policy decisions, the policy choices. So, and also I want to pop an early national college and start getting my ability to produce more science quickly. So, I would take philosophy.
There is only one good.
And that places me in the classical era.
Kings.
Hit
Their honor comes
close.
from Zeus, and Zeus, god of counsel, loves them.
And in Constantinople, I would choose my production. Most likely, I would go into National College. And that is a 13-turn National College, which is really bad. And so you need to have a library in every single one of the cities that you possess before you can even build the National College. There's National Wonders and there's World Wonders. National Wonders, you just got to meet certain conditions, and everybody can build them. World Wonders is only one person. There can only be one throughout the whole world that you create. So the Oracle is a world wonder. So is the Artemis, and so is Stonehenge. So a 13-turn National College. I just I don't have any production in this city right here. So this is really bad as far as the starting one. But if you had a better, let's pan out a little bit. If right in this area right here, look at all this production, all this wondrous production. If this was in my city at all, I got a turn 32 great library that could have been cut down to at least turn 24 to 27, just with a couple of these production hammers. But I just do not have it. But anyway, I just wanted to showcase a game that I absolutely adore. And hopefully my little brother Frederick, watches this and enjoys watching this and maybe think about picking this game up. There's just so much expansion he would have to buy. But this is a great, wondrous game. Tell me how I did as far as commentating and keeping it interested. I would really love to do Let's Plays on Civ 5. I love this game. And I've been doing Let's Play, just playing around with Hearthstone just to do some commentary, learning how to record and actually talk. And this is very unusual to be talking to yourself while you play a video game. Anyway, this is the Fat Basher Wannabe Buddha. Hopefully this recorded. If not, let's go. Let me show you something. Let's go into save game. These, I got Attila, I got Venice, I got Indonesia, I got Napoleon. This one right here. See the ones with the low numbers? Those were, and look at all this Brazil stuff. Look at this beautiful Brazil stuff. I recorded all this stuff for my Let's Plays. I had Napoleon Let's Play. None of it was recording. It's all saved on, it never turned out properly for whatever reason. Hopefully this did. And if it didn't, I don't know if I'm going to do it again. But I probably won't play this one all the way through. I'm just showing off the game. And maybe if I did do this, if people say I'm okay at commentating, I do a let's start from the beginning and have some fun. Anyway, this is Fat Basher Wannabe Buddha. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you. Have a good night.